Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Saturday, June 27th. I'm going to be continuing to play the game Persona 3 Reload as a part of my Persona A Day series. That's where I've been playing the game one in-game day at a time, as it lines up with the real calendar. As I like to do, I'm going to start off by going over what we did yesterday, to make sure we're coming into today with the same information. Then we'll get into today's gameplay and see where that takes us. And after that, we'll meet up back here and talk about it a little bit more. For those of you watching on YouTube, I will have timestamps in the description in case you want to jump ahead to a specific section. And I do also want to make you all aware that this is a full playthrough of the game, so we will be encountering spoilers. Alright then, so let's start off by looking at what we did yesterday on Friday, June 26th. The day started bright and early as I received a call from Elizabeth. She was calling to let me know that a couple people had wandered into Tartarus and are in need of rescue. She'll be able to tell me more once we come to the tower and, narrow down the search window, kind of like last time. But once again, there are multiple people that are lost in the tower and need to be rescued before the full moon, which is less than 2 weeks away now. So that's definitely one of those things that I need to plan to address sooner rather than later. From there, I went to a rather nondescript school day. Regular classes, lunch, got to spend time with everybody, learn what I learned. The game didn't call anything specific out, but it was just another good school day. And that felt like it quickly brought me to the after-school hour. And since we've got exams coming up in a couple weeks as well, that's going to limit my club activities, so I'm trying to kind of prioritize those a little bit more. And so yesterday's focus was spending time with Bebe at the fashion club. I was excited to see what he was up to. When I arrived, he was not in his usual positive spirits. He was really quiet, he had sighed a couple times, he wasn't really focusing on his work, so I could tell something wasn't right. And I didn't want to pry, but I also wanted to be there for him, so I did ask him what was bothering him. And it was unfortunate. He revealed that his aunt, the one who lives back in France, who supported his transfer student project to live in Japan, that aunt had unfortunately recently passed away. So he was obviously working through a lot of grief there. He said he couldn't really focus on any of the club activities yesterday, which obviously I can totally understand. And I vowed to be there to support him in whatever way he needed. Yeah, we all kind of talked about how this isn't the kind of problem that someone can solve. So I want to make myself available in whatever format he needs me in. If that's to be next to him, if it's to give him space, whatever he wants. And he appreciated that support. He says that he feels like I'm someone he can trust and that he can actually show some of those emotions he's been trying to bottle up. But he still just, doesn't know how to really work through that. And it's going to take time. And I just, reiterated that I will be there for however long it takes him to sort out what he needs to, and I'll be there to help him if I can. So that improved the social link rank to rank 4. It would have been nice if that was done on a more positive note, but that is the way life works at times, so if you're there for the good times, you've got to be there for the bad times too. So, like I said, he wasn't focusing on the club activities. He had a lot of more important things on his mind, so we decided to wrap things up early there and part ways. So I made my way back to the dorm after that. As I was getting there, Akihiko was just heading out. He said he's got plans for the night, wasn't going to be around. That kind of changed my approach to the evening. I was thinking about heading to Tartarus to rescue the missing people. And Akihiko being the lowest level member of the party right now, I really wanted him to come along to gain some experience. But he was going to be out for the night. So, he's his own person, he's got his own life, that happens. And I could have technically gone to the tower without him, but I really did want him there for that experience side of things, so unfortunately for the trapped people, I made them wait one more day. We'll see if we can make it over there today to help them out. I've got until the full moon, so they're not in any, hopefully, immediate danger, but I'd still rather rescue them sooner than later, but that didn't happen yesterday. So instead, I saw the chance to work with Yukari. She wanted to do some cooking in the kitchen. That sounded like a good, fun, different experience. I considered actually going out for dinner, but after talking it out with you guys and relating it to the events of the day, I decided spending time with a person made more sense than going out to a business to have a dinner. So I headed to the kitchen with Yukari, and we were going to try to make chicken sauté. She had all the ingredients. She said she bought too many, so we were going to have leftovers, and she was happy to have the extra hands to help out. And she also talked about wanting to kind of prove her ability in the kitchen. She seemed a little nervous, but she also seemed to have some knowledge and skill coming into it, which is a lot more than I felt like I had. And it seemed like we had fun cooking together. I'm sure I was very much in the following role, and she was the one directing what needed to happen. I started off by chopping some vegetables while she took care of the chicken side of things. And once it all came together on the table, it looked really good. There was good color from the vegetables, nice sear lines on the chicken. It looked really appetizing, but when we took our first bites, Yukari's reaction was less than pleased. It was more of an ugh. Kind of, she said it's dry, like really dry and, not flavorful and not what she was hoping for. And so she was, a little irked on that. She doesn't know why it happened. She kind of got to talking about the ingredients potentially. The chicken was a good deal and it was healthy, but that might not have led to the most flavorful meal. But she remains undaunted. She wants to try again in the future, and she wants my help as well, so that was encouraging to see she wasn't going to cut me off from helping out with that. But she's got a goal now. She wants to create something that will make me say yum at the end of the project. And so I'm excited to have a chance to help out with that, learn what I can from her, and just get to spend that time outside of school in Tartarus, seeing a different side of her and doing something fun together. So it wasn't really the best success in the kitchen last night, but it was still a lot of fun, and I did grow closer to understanding a bit more about Yukari. Hopefully she thought the same about me. From there, we decided we got everything cleaned up. We were going to, redouble our efforts next time in the kitchen, but we're going to call it a night. So we chatted upstairs to our rooms to finish off the day. So that was how Friday ended. We were getting ready for Saturday, coming into the last day of school for the week, so I'm sure we're excited to get through that and see where the rest of the day goes. But I will get us over to the game, and we will see just how that plays out. We'll be right there. Okay, there, that looks better. So here we are in game then. This is where we left off last night. I had received my share of the chicken sauté. Yeah, like I say, it wasn't what we exactly wanted out of our meal, but it was a good experience to know what we need to refine next time. So we'll finish out this scene, and then we'll come into Saturday proper.
I'll make up for it next time, so let's cook together again when you get the chance.
And it was encouraging to hear her say that, because I'd said a couple things that weren't taken exactly the way I wanted them to be taken. Nothing bad, but I kind of made it sound like I would only eat the food if it tasted good, which wasn't what I really meant to say. Thankfully, she's still on speaking terms with me.
It'll be so delicious, you can't help saying yum.
Yes, and here's her mission statement. She wants to make me say yum. And I'm sure if we work together, we'll get there. So yes, that was the end of the day, so we have caught up to Saturday, the 27th, just like the real calendar. Starting by the shoe lockers today. I can hear people talking.
Hey!
Hey, did you hear about all those people who were found unconscious recently? Apparently a lot of them were couples.
Excuse me?
What? Like they were attempting double suicide or something? I guess it's kind of romantic to sleep for eternity with your lover, like Romeo and Juliet.
No way.
Nuh-uh, no way. That's not romantic at all. Yeah, I don't really see the romance there either. Couples were found unconscious together. I wonder if it's because of the full moon. And I was just trying to think about that. I don't think we heard anything about that yet. We've heard a lot about the revenge website in recent rumor talks, but I don't think we've been hearing about couples being found unconscious. So that's another thing to add to our list. But you'll notice in the upper right corner, we've got that countdown to the full moon. We've got 10 more days now. So it could be another byproduct of the fact that the full moon is coming. There's still so much we don't know. It was a week ago, surprisingly already, that Chairman Akutsuki showed up in the evening. We talked about potentially understanding a bit more about the big shadows that coincide with the full moon and how they've been lining up with the ascending classification order they have for the shadows. But that still doesn't really clear up a lot for me, and Yukari's been thinking about that all week as well, and just realizing that for everything we do know, there's an even longer list of things we still don't. So this kind of feels like one of those, maybe something we still don't fully grasp. That's the first bell. Nope, don't get to see classes today. We're just a few weeks out from exams as well, so we've got the full moon shortly thereafter, followed by exams. It's going to be a busy stretch of time coming up pretty soon. So it kind of is going to just force some decent scheduling attempts between now and then to make the most of the time I've got. But classes have been in for today. I've got someone to talk to right over my shoulder here. And some messages on my phone. Here's Maiko again. I don't want to say that like it's something negative, but for those of you who remember her storyline, it wasn't moving in the most positive direction. Hi, are we playing today? I am excited to hear from her, though. I mean, that hopefully suggests she hasn't followed through on her plan to run away yet. And it doesn't sound like it's urgent either. She's not calling for help or anything like that. We've got Bunkichi. Dear Tom-chan, how have you been? Come swing by the shop to say hello, will you? It was nice to catch up with he and his wife earlier in the week. Yuko, she's someone I really wanted to spend some time with as well, so seeing her on the list, that kind of makes me think it'd be fun to spend some time with Yuko today. No practice today. Want to go somewhere? Let me know if you're up for it. That does sound good. I mean, she's not technically a club activity, but I encounter her at school, so I'm not sure if that's kind of going to be the same if I only see her at school, if I'll have a chance to spend any time with her on that week leading up to exams, or if she's going to be studying as well. And then the usual ads here. Healthy brain food. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes your brain, which in turn can improve your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, the healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. And it's the weekly sale at the Akihiko Pharmacy. Today is our weekly sale. Are you running low on medicine or other goods? Come visit us and stock up. So I'll be sure to stop in there and just take a look. He hasn't had any new medicine for a while, and I haven't used the medicine I have had for a while, so there hasn't been a big need. But I still want to make sure while it's on sale. So I think I'm going to talk to some students around the school on my way out of school, head to the Polonia Mall to check out the sale and say hi to our regulars. And then at this point, I'm thinking about spending time with Yuko once we make our way back to the school. But let's take a look, I guess, and see how other people spent their day. 98% social links. Maiko, Chihiro, Fuka, and Yuko. I can't spend time with Fuka yet, despite my best efforts. I need to be more courageous. And, there's nothing wrong with the other 3 choices listed here, or the ones that aren't on the top 4 here. But I'm still thinking Yuko seems like someone I want to catch up with again, since it's been a little while. So let's talk to the studious student here. Did you hear about the 2 people who were found unconscious? I bet fewer people will be cheating on their significant others from now on. After all, one of them was a man and the other a woman. Those are pretty incriminating circumstances if you ask me. Another student here. You hear about that couple they found together? Part of me is glad it wasn't me. And the other part is jealous, since I've never had a girlfriend. There's that interesting level of desperation, the high school student. Like, well, he was found unconscious, but he was with a woman, so was it worth it? Maybe it would be. I don't know. I see a couple down there with some information. Here's Yuko. I'm thinking I'll make my way back and talk to her for the day. One of these days, I'll be brave enough to talk to Fuka. Some informed students, though. I hear some students from the school are getting apathy syndrome. This time, it's couples that we're dating. It's so weird. I hope we'll be okay. Couples suddenly collapsing together? That's so typical. Wait, that's not typical at all. And it's happening repeatedly? Holy crap. Yeah, I was saying that doesn't sound typical. I'm not sure what world they're in, but... I don't see anybody else that's got anything to say around here. And it is kind of interesting to be hearing this is happening with couples specifically, and a lot of different people are talking about that specific point of it. It's not just noticing more apathy syndrome sufferers, it's apathy syndrome sufferers that are couples. So I'm sure the game is really trying to, not so subtly tell us something with that, but it'll be important to keep that sort of thing in our head. We've seen the waiting student a lot. I'm waiting for my boyfriend. A lot of weird stuff's been happening to people lately. But come to think of it, it's only been happening to couples. Maybe I should walk home alone. I don't see the boyfriend, so maybe he had the same idea. I've been avoiding the Uetodai station during the day. Let's do something about that. We'll head there first off. And then we'll just work our way back around. I haven't really been avoiding it. It just hasn't really come up in my wanderings around, so... I don't see anybody from down here that has anything new to say. Nice to just stop by the area. There's the elderly couple, bookstore bookworms. Okay. Looks like we've talked to everybody in the general area, so nice to just know that I'm not missing anything. And we're seeing more apathy syndrome sufferers around again. That's not as nice a thing to see, but it is what you see. There are some of the actual sufferers around. You can see them mumbling there, and I've already subjected you all to my rendition of what they're saying, so we'll leave it at what I've said in the past and not make you guys deal with that again. Let's play a screenshot today. Unresolved Mysteries is now showing. High school students pay 1,500 yen. In academics, that is the social stat I'm kind of thinking of prioritizing for the next few weeks as exams are getting closer. It seems like the responsible thing to do. I planted my new onion sprouts yesterday, so I've got a garden ready, and I've still got some tomato sprouts, it appears. So I don't need anything from the flower shop anytime soon. Maybe by the time I do, they'll have some new items in stock. Yeah, Weak Cat, how is Friday treating you? Or, it's not Friday anymore, it's Saturday. How is Saturday going? Hopefully well. It's still kind of weird getting out of school, on a Saturday and thinking I'm so used to that being Friday in my head, but it is Saturday. Mew. That says it all right there, Mew. Yep, so it looks like everybody's in place back here. Let's keep on with our day. I was going to say, I wonder if the couple down here has anything to say, considering what we've been hearing today about couples. And usually we get to talk to them individually, but I guess I can just listen in on the two of them. Not so subtly as I stand over his shoulder. It's getting hot outside, huh? Yeah, summer's almost here. Brief and to the point. This is the cheerful old man. That mysterious apathy syndrome affecting couples is on the rise. Do you have a girlfriend? Men have to fight for their women, even if you know you can't win. I'm proud to say that's what I did in my day. Congratulations. He also talked about how he met his wife at one of the dance halls, and that's where they got to know each other, and they've been together ever since. So that's where they met. He fought for her, and it all worked out. Today's games are You're the Answer and Edgar's House of Fortunes. The sale at the pharmacy, yeah. And it's nice and busy again. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing when a pharmacy is busy, but I guess if I'm buying preemptive medicine, it's better than here for an immediate emergency. And once again, it's hot. Ojiru sorbet sounds good.
There's a sale today. Buy whatever you need.
And again, I'm not really here specifically for anything, especially since I've been spending money kind of hand over fist recently. I was able to invest 20,000 of it with the man in the suit the other night. Hopefully that comes back positive. But I don't see anything quantity-wise that I feel especially lacking on.
Better check your food for mold, lad. Don't want to get sick now.
Yeah, there's a part of me again that sees these status ailment cures and it's like, do I top those up a little bit more? Do I take them all up to 10? I haven't really been charmed or poisoned or raged in a while, but it seems like one of those things that sooner or later it's going to start becoming a factor.
You made up your mind?
It is on sale right now, so we'll just... No, I mean, even seeing the 3 there, that's that. No.
You got everything you need?
Arguable since I was thinking about buying it and put it back, but I do think right now, for what I have on hand for resources, I've got all I can afford. The full moon is still more than 2 weeks out, so I should hopefully have next Saturday's sale to reevaluate those decisions. And I plan to make it to Tartarus before then to get some more money, so... I think this is just a scouting mission for this week, and we'll try buying next week maybe. But, pharmacy owner, thank you so much.
Come again, yeah?
I definitely will. And we'll end up at Elizabeth today, so we'll stop in and say hi to Officer Kurosawa. I'm not really here for any shopping since I've got all the goods he sells. At least I think I do. Yep.
Well, look, as long as you need.
We're looking good here. So, Officer Kurosawa, I hope Saturday has been a good day so far. Hopefully people are staying out of your way, and it's just an easy day. The best you can have.
You finished?
I am. Thank you for your support.
Be seeing you.
All right, I said I was going to look at spending time with Yuko. So that's going to be the Strength social link. And I don't exactly have a Strength persona on hand. But that's why I checked now, rather than once we got back to school. I'll see if I can make one. If I can't make one, I guess I can summon one. I mean, I don't have space to actually add another persona right now, but... I mean, I don't have a Sun social link yet, so if anybody could be considered for an ingredient as a persona, Yatagarasu would be on the list. Everybody else actually seems like they fill a role with somebody I've got a social link with right now, so That is good. And technically, I could just dismiss Yatagarasu, but that feels like a little bit of a waste. I also realize I don't think I've saved it yet. Let's do that. Elizabeth, how are you?
Good day. Are you accepting a request?
Apparently, I've already got them all.
Very well then.
So I'm going to head in, see if I can fuse a persona, ideally of the strength variety, but if not, hopefully something new. And if not again, then I guess I'm kind of stuck in the moment and seeing what I can fuse with what I do have just to make a space to summon a strength persona from the compendium. Because Yuko she is strength. Yes. I was like 99% sure, but as I'm talking now, it's like, but what if she isn't? But she is. So let's head inside.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
So Igor, Elizabeth, happy Saturday. Hope your day's going well. I'm actually here for some business today, so I'll be in your care.
Registering personas?
We're all still good there. Just one of those quick things to double check.
Let's begin.
What kind of persona do you desire?
Well, I actually could make remake Matador. I do have a version of Matador already registered, but that would be cheaper than summoning somebody.
Seeing what personas
This would also
can
get rid of my
be
chariot,
is a
though,
great joy
or
of
my
mine.
Hierophant. And I mean, I could resummon them as well, so it's not like they're gone for good. Technically, Shisa is a slightly lower level, one level lower. So it would be probably cheaper to resummon, I guess is where my thought process was going there. But that would be a strength persona without having to summon one, so.
This would be a wise choice.
And we've already learned about the background of Matador. So yeah, well, I think I will summon this one.
What do you wish to inherit?
We'll also get to compare that then with the one I've already got registered and see if I've made one that's more worth keeping. We'll take the ice coverage here. And I don't really have too many things that deal strike damage with me, do I?
It appears it will receive a fair amount of extra power.
Also, this would be an interesting persona then. I think this will fit our needs. Inugami wasn't a tremendously expensive one to summon in the first place either, so if Sunday, tomorrow, I guess I kind of probably should have thought about that. If tomorrow I end up doing any online gaming with Maya, I'll want to summon another persona there. Maybe I've got somebody of a higher rank I could pick up as well, which would be a good fusion ingredient going forward. But that's more of a tomorrow concern. So here's Matador once again. Not often I remake a persona, but in this case I feel like it was better than just ditching one and buying a new one. And who knows, maybe this one will be a slightly better version than the one I've already got. Let's take a look.
Registering personas?
They're both the exact same level. The one's already registered's got Auto Rakukaja and Auto Sukukaja, so you have some free buffs to start a fight with if I were to lead off with him. He's also got good agility. I mean, the same as the current one, but I still think I like the one that's already registered, just by a little bit. So I won't register anybody here.
Very well.
So, Igor, Elizabeth, thank you so much. That will really help the rest of my day.
We look forward to your next visit.
And I do know I need to get to Tartarus eventually, probably sooner than later, to try to rescue those missing people. So who knows if we'll be back later tonight. It kind of depends on how the night plays out. But if not, I've seen them. And we've spent enough time together today to say we've seen each other. Suimitsu, hello. He's another social link I need to spend more time with. But I've said before, we've seen him out exclusively here at the Polonia Mall. So I'd like to think even if we have a day off from school, maybe I'll be able to spend some time with him. I don't want to, let him go too long without spending some time with him, but it's that trying to balance, priorities out. I'm not looking to spend time with Maiko today, but it will be nice to just take a look up here and make sure she's okay as I make my way back to school. There is that little part of me that feels guilty being seen, and I'm sure she sees me right now, but she is looking safe and healthy, so that's all I could ask for today. So let's just unwind the shrine here, stop at the cleansing area today, just take some deep breaths, enjoy nature, and let our mind focus on what we want to focus on. How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling good. Let's keep our day going then. So, we've seen the sights, talked to the people, been productive. Let's make it back to school and say hi to Yuko for the day. Last time we spent some time together, we were helping some elementary school kids. They were trying to get better at running because they need to challenge a group of 6th graders for use of their playground. I think the 6th graders were playing soccer or something, and they wouldn't let the 4th graders or whatever these elementary school students, but they wouldn't let them use the school grounds because they need to beat them in a foot race first. And they figured that was going to be impossible because how can we possibly win against 6th graders? They're bigger and stronger than us. And so Yuko took them over to the high school track here and showed them the track, and they thought that was really cool. And I tagged along as well. But she gave them advice, kind of acting like their coach, and they started calling her Coach Yuko. And so she decided it was going to potentially be fun to actually take on that role as coach. She seems to know a lot about proper training for track, between form and recovery and all that important stuff. So this is kind of her chance to put that into practice, to help out those kids who want the help there. And she asked me if I would be willing to help out as well, which, of course, that sounds like a lot of fun, so I committed to that. I believe that's where we left off, but let's double check with the game. Yep, Yuko and I ran into some kids playing at the mall. When she heard about their situation, she decided to let them use our school's field. She even became their coach. So let's see if we can continue that storyline today. And just like earlier in the week when I got to catch up with the elderly couple again, I kind of feel the same way with Yuko here, and it feels like it's been too long, so it's really nice to just have that time today to right that wrong and say hi again and keep the storyline fresh in our heads. Just see where it can go from today. Oh, Shima-kun. You know about the nightclub at Polonia Mall, right? I do. It's Club Escapade. I've never really cared for it since the place seems kind of sketchy. I hear a weird crowd hangs out around there. As someone who sees myself as a regular, yeah, maybe I'm part of a weird crowd. And thinking of the people inside, there's the shady URL dealer, the fortune teller fanatic and her friends, the guy who can't get groovy. Yeah, maybe there are some weird people there. I guess I'm one of them. Like there's some guy dressed as a monk partying hard every night. Okay, I've seen a lot of people there, but I have not seen someone dressed as a monk partying hard. There's no way he's a real monk, right? Are monks even allowed to drink alcohol? I got a lead from Yuko about a monk who parties hard at a nightclub. That's some interesting information I didn't expect to pull from anywhere today. By the way, are you heading out soon? I am. I'm just processing more information than I thought I was. I want to make my way to Club Escapade now to take a look at this monk. I mean, that's an evening activity, but new information. I was thinking about what to do since there's no practice today. See if Yuko wants to walk home together. Sounds fun. I've got Matador now, so all the better. Yep, it probably won't improve our social link rank, but it'll still be progress. I'll get to spend time with her. And that right there is just enough. Should I spend time after school with Yuko? Yeah, let's do it. Yay! Sweet. Then let's go hang out somewhere fun. So they aired the athlete's training regimen, and I feel my bond with Yuko grow stronger as we spend time together. Yeah, this looks like fun. Don't think I've been to. I can't think I've been here at Wakatsu with other people before. This is kind of my go-to by myself. So nice to have somebody else along with me. Looks like it's already getting dark outside too. So I feel like our relationship will grow stronger soon. Very nice. A really fun way to spend the afternoon. We're done with classes for the week. We've got the time. Got to go somewhere that I know I already enjoy. I get to spend time with Yuko doing it, so that's even more fun. I'm in good company. Yeah, good food, good people, good place. Who can ask for more? It's getting dark. I decided to go back to the dorm.
Welcome back.
Hi, how was your day? Yeah, it looks like people everywhere. A lot of different things potentially going on. I'm going to head up to my room first and foremost to get this bag put away and think about what to do with the day. I do keep in mind that I've got the people lost in Tartarus. I don't want to let them linger too long in there. Only one ad tonight from Wild Duck. The wait is over. The weekend Wild Duck set is finally here. Plus, your free drink that comes with the set will have extra ice. Peck away, Wild Ducklings. Secret recipes? Mysterious ingredients? Do you have the guts to go Wild Duck? I like it there. I succeeded in that Big Eater challenge a week ago today, I think it was, so that was exciting. Not that I don't need to go back there now, but I feel like I've accomplished the big thing there, so... I guess I know I can overcome that. I can overcome anything there. We'll see how other people spent their day. Oh, multiple people with social links. The majority still went daily life, but a quarter did go to Tartarus. I'm looking in all sorts of different directions right now. I mean, there's a lot of fun, daily activities as well. Gardening with Junpei or watching a DVD with Sonata. Those both sound fun. These are, 2 social links I haven't unlocked yet, so it would be kind of nice to have a chance to do that. There was the rumor about the monk at Club Escapade as well. And then, of course, there's Tartarus. First things first, I'm going to go stare at the refrigerator in the kitchen because I need to remember to keep doing that every day so that I don't miss in 3 days when the refrigerator is clear. Then there's some people here to talk to. I can check on everybody's status for Tartarus to see if that makes a decision for me. And again, the fridge is going to be full until the 30th. Can't fit the lukewarm taiyaki yet. But I've been here today, so hopefully, again, I don't miss it next time.
By the way,
I heard that a lot of people joining the Lost lately are couples. I'll try not to assume what they were doing together just before the dark hour. But anyway, it seems like the next shadow is starting to make its move, doesn't it? It does, and that's kind of an interesting thought as well, because it seems like so easy to think that the shadow doesn't appear until the full moon, but what if it is out there doing something behind the scenes right now? Where would it be? What is it doing? How is it doing it? More questions, I guess, kind of like we were talking about earlier. Let's chat. Talk or chat first. Let's talk.
hey.
You know those couples who came down with apathy syndrome? It's a hot topic in my class. But I can't figure out why they've been attacking groups of 2 specifically. It just doesn't, I just don't see the point. Is this all part of the Shadow's plan? I hope we can figure out something with our investigation. Anyway, let's keep our chins up. Very positive, very motivated Fuka. What is everyone's status tonight? Okay, so everyone could go. That is encouraging. It's one of those, I've got so many things I want to do tonight. I'd love to spend time watching a DVD. I'd love to do some gardening. I'd love to look into those social links. I'd love to go to Tartarus. Let's see what's on TV. Say the chances of the dam drying up are greater than 50%. If the dry weather continues this summer, it could turn into a serious problem. It is definitely summer. It's only going to be more so going forward, it sounds like. I guess that's probably true here as well, so the best time of day to be outside is going to be the evening times, or early mornings, but those are less of an option for a high school student like me. But I want to stop by Club Escapade first and foremost. We can... The man in the suit, I want to talk to him as well. Maybe there's no one to actually see over here at Club Escapade yet. Maybe it's the wrong day for that. Well, that sure looks like a monk. The box confirms this is indeed a monk. Well, even more choices to make now. We'll contemplate while we listen to this great beat. I invested that 20,000 yen the other day with the man in the suit outside. Again, I've said it before. I'm pretty sure we all probably know his name, but since the game hasn't specifically told us yet, I'm just going to refer to him as that. Even though technically you could argue the game has told us a couple times, but... It's like, these both appear to be social links. There's the card above his head just like it was above the monk's head. So it would be nice to make a new social link, especially in the evening, if I can, spend a different side of my night doing things like that. I don't want to leave the people stranded in Tartarus for too long, and I know that technically won't affect them as long as I rescue them by the full moon. But just from a putting myself in the story kind of narrative moment, it's like they should be rescued sooner than later, for the same reason that we wanted to get Fuka out of there when we did. But they've got, plot armor basically until the full moon, which is 10 days away. Again, not that I really want them to be stuck there, but opening up more avenues is probably going to be beneficial to me if I can make a new social link. Just like all these people too, I haven't seen the man in the suit here every night, so he only shows up on certain nights. I don't know what the monk schedule is going to be like, but for the most part, Tartarus is almost always going to be there. Various combinations of my team can go with me, but push come to shove, if it's a dark hour night, I can go to Tartarus and ideally prioritize rescuing those two people. So I think social links are the way I want to go for the night. And since I've already kind of hopefully started the one with the man in the suit here, I think I want to make this one first. And then we'll just kind of keep tabs on the monk and see if I've got an open evening sometime where I can potentially start that link as well. So I think that is a roundabout plan. So, man in suit. Do I have 2 million yen or whatever I was going to be promised for my 20,000 investment?
Hey.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. I have some unfortunate news regarding your investment. Things are not running as smoothly as planned. It still has the potential to turn a profit, but that facial expression change. I would require an additional 10,000 yen to get things back on track. Are you willing to increase your investment by that much? Do I throw good money after bad? Again, it's like, I ignored the warnings on the first time around of, the stranger can take my 20,000. And kind of by that same logic, sure, the stranger can have another 10,000. Yeah, it's about half my money right now, but if it unlocks a social link, I'd still say it's a good use of my money. So, sure, blindly, take my money. I gave the man 10,000 yen. Yes, very good. I'll be in touch once your fortune has been made. Oh, okay. Okay.
Goodbye now.
That goodbye. Well, I guess I have to keep waiting. He helped me out again. My wallet must have been too heavy. Now it's half as heavy. Thank you so much, man in the suit. Well, I guess we know the monk is there tonight. I do have the time now, so if social links were important for trying to interact with the man in the suit, they probably will for the monk as well. So let's spend some time with him instead, maybe, unless he wants more money from me. I'm not made of money. And it's interesting that Yuko talked about how, this guy's, been seen here a lot. It's like, I feel like I'm fairly regular at Club Escapade here. I guess I don't poke my head up here too often because it's usually full of couples. It doesn't seem to bother him, though. And hopefully these couples are watching out, considering all the recent news. Anyway, so, monk. I guess as odd as I feel it is to see a monk sitting here, he probably thinks it's just as odd to have a high school student approach him here. Where's my booze? The lazy-eyed monk is drinking. I'm okay. I mustered up enough courage to talk to him. That's nice. Okay, I've already got enough to talk to him.
What?
Booze! Where's my booze? I don't got nothing to say if you don't got any booze. Okay. Kinda fair, I suppose. Probably not an easy thing for a high school student to come buy some booze, but as I come down here and I see the owner, he's got a new speech above his head, so maybe this is related to that. Or bartender, maybe he's not the owner.
Why?
What? You want a drink? You're underage, aren't you? Oh, it's for the monk upstairs, huh? I mean, it is the truth. I am just delivering it, so I mean, either of those are going to work. But I would not do that anyway. But I am just delivering it. I will be 100% honest on that. Saying it's the truth almost sounds like I'm trying to cover for it. It's like, oh, come on, honest. You can trust me. But this is what I'm doing with it. I'm going to be delivering it to him. So you say, look, I'm busy here, and something like this could really get me in trouble. That is definitely true.
See ya.
Okay, how about this? Can you go around and take everyone's orders? If you do that, I'll bring a drink upstairs for him. That sounds like a fair trade. Okay, there's a lot of people down here with orders. Seems like a good memory test. Unemotional woman? You're taking orders? Okay. Can I have a margarita? Margarita. Temperamental woman? Who do I feel like? Darn, I should have checked my horoscope for today's lucky drink. Maybe I should get an apple martini. Nah, too sour. Oolong tea might be good. Wait, that's kind of boring. I'll have a Bloody Mary. All right, margarita, Bloody Mary. Active woman? Are you trying to hit on me? Oh, you're just taking orders. I'll have a screwdriver. Margarita, Bloody Mary, screwdriver. Wait, make that a margarita. Actually, scratch that. I'll go with my original. Margarita, Bloody Mary, screwdriver. Upbeat man. Huh, what do you want? Oh, you're taking orders? In that case, bring me a ginger ale. Wait, I changed my mind. Make that an oolong tea. Margarita, Bloody Mary, screwdriver, oolong tea.
Hey.
Huh, did you actually get everyone's orders? I think I did, sure did.
Oh, hey.
Realty entrance, that was a margarita. I see. And it was a Bloody Mary for the one here. I see. Next we had a screwdriver for the active woman.
Oh, hey.
Let's see, who else? Oh, what about that guy over there? What does he want? He wanted the oolong tea, right? Or did he want ginger ale? I think it was the tea, right? Oolong.
See ya.
All right, I'll start on the drinks.
Hey.
Oh, good. I was worried about that last one, even though I talked it out. Hey, you got everyone's order right. Thanks for your help.
Oh, hey.
So, what did you want again? Oh yeah, a drink for that monk upstairs. I bet he wants more brandy again.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'll serve him a glass. For you, since you don't seem like a bad kid. Looks like I've gained his trust. Now I should be able to talk to the monk. Go ahead and let him know his drink's coming up. Alright,
Oh, hey.
see you around.
Oh, where's my drink?
It'll be right up. Yep, I told him that I ordered his drink. That must have impressed the monk. He seems to have taken an interest in me.
You look awfully young, kid. Still in high school?
Yes, sir.
What are the employees here thinking? Let someone like you in?
Yeah, you could wonder that. I'm surprised they let me in, too.
Well, since you got me a drink, I'll pretend I'm your guardian so you don't get thrown out of here. Take a seat.
Alrighty.
Well, come on, kid, sit down. I'm gonna look up at you, straining my neck. So, you wanted to see where adults spend their time, huh? Not that I can't relate. Well, don't worry. 2 or 3 more years, you'll be old enough to hang out here unsupervised.
It is kind of that interesting thought of places like this. You know, when you're younger, it's like, wow, this is some mysterious place. And to actually get to be in one, it's like, wow, I get to be here. But once you're an adult, it's like, oh, yeah, I could go, but why? Why would I want to tonight? But before, it's like, wow, what a great experience. Well, not necessarily great, but interesting or mysterious or kind of a rite of passage sort of thing. But then it just does become one of those things you can do on your own whenever you want, and it loses some of that magic.
Just take it easy, kid. You'll be legal before you know it. Don't need to rush.
True. We were kind of talking about the same thing with that elementary school student that's worried she's not preparing enough for middle school, and kind of foregoing the fun and freedom she gets to have as a kid, trying to think about responsibilities and things. He's kind of trying to tell me the same thing from an elder perspective.
Trying to act like an adult just makes you look more like a kid, you know?
True.
I guess that sounds funny coming out of an alcohol-drinking, cigar-smoking monk, huh?
It's an interesting presentation, but it's a memorable one. Interesting choices either way. I could see both of these being something that someone who's never experienced those things would ask. I'm going to lean towards questioning the alcohol more than anything. What's a cigar taste like? If it tastes anything like it smells, it's probably not worth doing, but is alcohol good?
Some people like it. So I guess it is? Probably. I have no idea.
Interesting thing to hear from someone who claims to be an experienced drinker.
I just drink to get drunk. When you get drunk, it makes you feel good.
Okay.
Young people always think the grass is greener on the other side.
That's... A lot of people think that. I don't think that's just young people that think that, but yeah, again, I think that does kind of go both ways. But he's not wrong by saying the side of it.
Well, don't get your hopes up too high, kid. That way you won't be disappointed when things don't work out.
I guess that's kind of a realistic lesson, maybe. Interesting, life lesson from the monk here. Kind of reminds me of the old, trying is the first step towards failure idea, but I guess we'll see.
There might come a time when you'll have to drink when you don't want to, and smoke just to get through the day.
That sounds like a rough time. But he's kind of made that point, too, that I'm a kid and that I don't really know the ways of the world here. So rather than dismiss it out of, like, oh, that would never happen to me, or I would never let that happen to me, it's like, it could happen to me. He's right.
Yeah, nothing like those punks I see running around town these days. I'd say the same for my son, though.
Oh?
Always being taken in by the police for questioning. It's disgraceful. I'm gonna remember your face, kid. Next time you come in here, I'm gonna have you thrown out. Got it?
I guess that's his way to try to keep me on the right path. It's like, he shouldn't be spending his time here. He's underage. He's got more important things to do than waste his time in a nightclub with people like me. That tough love idea. I became acquainted with a strange monk. He never did introduce himself, did he? Although, I guess, to be fair, I didn't either, so that goes both ways. Ooh. Ooh.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Tower Arcana.
The Tower Arcana. A brand new social link. It's been a little while. Was it Suimitsu was our last social link with the moon? Now we've got the tower. So that is rank 1 of the Tower Arcana with the unusual monk. And again, we can get a nice, big look at the Arcana, the major Arcana, the Tower card here. Card 16. Of all the tarot cards, the concept of the Tower is probably the one that I like the least. I mean, nothing against the social link or the characters or anything, just the concept of the Tower and the upsetting of order. Structure being torn down, and what is there, the established order of everything being cast aside, by something totally unexpected out of nowhere. It's not the kind of thing you can prepare for, but it's the kind of thing that once it happens, you can't go back either. And it's just, that sort of thing always kind of unnerves me. You can kind of see people being tossed from the tower as the bolt from the sky hits it. And, what was there is gone forever now. And maybe I'm reading too deeply into it. But as much as I've talked about other Arcana that I like the Hermit, the other side of that's true with cards like the Tower here. Again, nothing against the social link. I love this social link, but just the card itself. Tangent aside, that is rank 1 with the tower and the unusual monk.
Well, when you've had your fill, hit the road. Don't come back.
And it was good talking to him. I decided to go back to the dorm. Okay, so that is the end of the day. And I'm just thinking, I get to do that entire drink order again tomorrow when I load up for Sunday, so that'll be fun. But that's how the production side goes. But either way, that is the end of Saturday, so let's head back to the desk and talk about it. We'll be right there. All right, so here we are. Once again, that was the end of Saturday the 27th, and it was a really good day. Kind of felt like I was all over the place. Getting to school early and hearing a new rumor this time around about couples being found unconscious. Some people were trying to tie that to apathy syndrome, and we were kind of wondering, come evening, once we were talking about it back at the dorm, if this has anything to do with the upcoming full moon. Seems like, you could definitely make a case for that. But the rumor around school was that couples were being found unconscious. And not from just one or two people. It seemed to be all over the place. So that's definitely information to keep in mind. Kind of wandered around town and heard the same thing from a few other people as well, so it wasn't a rumor that was confined to just the school. Having that information, the rest of the school day was fairly uneventful. It's a Saturday, so it had to be nice to make it through classes and get to the end of the day and know that I'm free, basically, that tomorrow is a day off. There's just that fun, exciting feeling of knowing that from this point, it's the furthest point until I have to be back at school. Maybe it's not a good way to look at school, but I always did kind of like that feeling of freedom. But I got out of class, made my way around town, stopped by my usual places, checked out the sale at the pharmacy, refused a persona that I'd already made before because I wanted a strength persona to spend some time with Yuko. It's been a while since I'd spent any time with her, so I caught up with her in the hallway at school, and we didn't actually improve the social link to a new level. We did actually make some progress. It seems likely that we might actually advance next time we spend some time together. But it was just a nice, low-pressure afternoon. We headed to Wakatsu Kitchen. Looked like we both had a good fish meal. I think I was saying in the moment, I can't remember being there with anybody else, but I do remember coming there one time with Miyamoto. So, I don't know why that just suddenly came to me, but I'll kind of amend what I said earlier as I've got the new information in my brain. But Yuko and I today, we just had a good time talking about whatever we talked about. Probably talking about the track team to some extent. I'm still keeping Miyamoto's secret about his legs, so that hopefully nothing about that came up. Probably talked a little bit about the kids we're looking to coach as well. Maybe we traded some notes on some thoughts we had on some training practices or what have you. She seems to really have more of that knowledge than I do, so I would basically be the one assisting her on that. But as a member of the track team, I might be able to offer some insights as well, depending on what she has. Either way, it seemed like a lot of fun. So we made that little bit of progress, had a good meal, had a good time, and what a great way to start the weekend, basically. But we wrapped that up and I headed back to the dorm. And it was one of those, I had so many options. Junpei wanted to do some gardening. Akihiko wanted to watch a DVD. I headed out into the town and I saw the man in the suit by the fountain again. I'd heard a rumor earlier from Yuko about a monk that goes to Club Escapade. So it's like, I had all sorts of options for the night, and it kind of felt like too many. There was also Tartarus. Yes, everybody was available to go to Tartarus tonight, and there's a couple people lost there. And it did feel a little wrong leaving them stuck there, but the thought of improving some social links, or making new ones in this case, was very tempting. And the first one I was looking to do was the man in the suit, since I'd already given him some money the other day. And he'd mentioned today when I talked to him that the investment wasn't doing as well as he'd hoped, but with just a little bit more money invested, he's sure he can turn that around for me. And as rich as I felt earlier, now he wanted 10,000 yen. That one kind of hurt because I only had 20,000 to start the day with, so I decided to, again, ignore all those warning flags and, as I said in the moment, throw good money after bad and give him another 10,000 yen. Just because I was hoping that would actually unlock the social link. It didn't, of course. He just smiled happily, took the money, and said, okay, take a hike. I'll let you know once I've got some information for you. Come back another night. Just like that, that was where I was dismissed from his company for the evening, which didn't actually take any time, thankfully, so I did still have time to do other things, which kind of just kicked me back to my original question of how do I spend my time. But I rationalized that since I was thinking social links were the way to go in spending time with the man in the suit, the same should hold true with the monk, who had a social link card above his head. So I decided to make my way into Club Escapade. I figure for the most part, I can go to Tartarus almost any night, but I don't know what the schedule is for these different social link people, so making that link just gives me that chance to spend time with them on their limited schedule. So I found him eventually. He was upstairs with all the couples, kind of standing out there. Standing out by sitting on the couch in the back. But he looked me over and said, "Who the hell are you? What's a high school kid like you doing in here? Take a hike, or at least bring me a drink." And that was all he had. All he said to me. He didn't want anything else to do with me. So I made my way back downstairs, and the bartender kind of eyed me, and I was like, "Hey, can I get a drink for the monk upstairs?" And the bartender rightly said, "You're a high school kid. Of course I'm not just going to give you a drink. Are you crazy? Think of the trouble I could get in for that." Which, yes, kudos to the bartender. That is very much the responsible thing when a high schooler comes asking for a drink. But he made a compromise with me. He said, "Okay, here's the deal. You go take the orders for the people that need drinks and bring them back to me. And then, if you do that correctly, then I'll take a drink up to the monk. That way everybody who's supposed to be handling the alcohol is, and those of us like me who aren't. That seemed like a fair compromise. So I made my rounds talking to the people around the dance floor about their various drink orders. And I felt so confident right up until I was being questioned on what the orders were. I had the first 3 orders just fine, but then that last order, it's like, it's oolong tea or it's ginger ale. It's one of the two, and I kind of went on a mental coin toss with, the oolong tea, and thankfully that was correct. So I got all 4 of the drink orders correct. The bartender was pleased to have that help. Then he asked me, I was like, "So what were you here for again?" I'm like, "The monk upstairs?" It's like, "Oh, yeah. I'll get his drink around. Why don't you go up there and tell him it'll be on its way." So I headed back up, talked to the monk, and he was kind of impressed that I was able to actually follow through and get him that alcohol. Kind of showed some, drive or ingenuity maybe. But he also kind of admonished me. It's like, "You're still in high school. What are you doing wasting your time with an old drunk like me? Is this really fun for you? Is it so cool to be in a place like this with people smoking and drinking? What is the draw to you for that? I know it seems exciting from a high schooler perspective, but the grass is always greener," sort of thing. We got to kind of talking about life in that sense. And he mentioned he's got a no-good son who's always in trouble with the police. And I asked him, he gave me the choice. He had to ask about what alcohol tastes like. Why do you like spending time here? He's like, "I don't know what it tastes like. I just drink it to get drunk." And he's like, "And someday, who knows, you might have to be in the same boat where you're going to have to smoke to forget about things or drink to forget about things." And it's like, I hope not, but that's technically true. Nobody really expects that they're going to be in some of the situations we end up in. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us can say that as we look back on things that have happened in our life. So it was a very down-to-earth kind of talk with the monk here. He wasn't pulling any punches and giving me all of these spiritual lessons. He was very much the real life lesson sort of things of, this is the reality of it. I drink to get drunk. I smoke because I need to smoke. There's nothing glamorous or fun about it. I do these things because I need to do these things, and that's all there is to it. It's not some magical fun thing that you just suddenly become able to do once you're old enough. So it was kind of one of those, dismissing I don't want to say the mystique of things like that, but from a high schooler perspective, there is some level of proving that you're more mature. It's like that rite of passage into adulthood. And he's like, "Yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be." So it was an interesting interaction between him. And he kind of joked around and said, "Hey, if I see you in here again, I'm going to have you thrown out because you shouldn't be wasting your time in a place like this." But he also seemed to open up enough to me that I don't think he would really mind seeing me again. So I'm going to keep my eyes open. Hopefully I can see him again. Because we did make a brand new social link. It was rank 1 with the Tower Arcana. I kind of got to talking about the Tower social link, or the Tower tarot card in general, and my thoughts on that. But it was really cool to make a new social link again. It just gives me one more way to spend my time. And somebody that in the evening. I don't really have any social links in the evening, so that really opens up a whole new avenue to my nights at times. It's also going to mean trying to find a new persona to add to my repertoire now that I think about it, but I'm okay with that if it means new avenues for social links. But having done that, I spent what little bit of time there was in the evening with the monk before it got too late and he made me head out. He said he was going to be my guardian for the night and, not let me get thrown out tonight, but he was going to send me on my way because he didn't want me there late. So I made my way back to the dorm at a reasonable hour, got to bed, and that should take me into tomorrow, Sunday, with hopefully another fun day off. But it was just a really great day today, looking back at all the things I did, the rumors I heard, the social link progress I made, and the fun I had outside, or in school and outside of school. It's kind of like that feeling of starting off the day off tomorrow, but starting it today, and just hoping that fun will continue on all the way through tomorrow. But again, that takes us to the end of Saturday the 27th. I had a lot of fun today. I thank you all so much for being here as well. I love playing for an audience, and I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time with me. I play this Persona a Day series live every day at 12:30 Eastern Time, so anytime you want to be here to join me, I would love to have you. I've got that schedule up on my Twitch channel as well. It should be converted into your local time, so sometimes that's easier to actually see in your own time rather than hearing me talk about it in some other time zone. And I know everybody's busy, so I upload each day's playthrough to YouTube. I've got a whole playlist there of the very beginning of the series up until, at this point, yesterday's, but today's episode will be up there sooner or later, so you can catch up on any of the past days at your own schedule, so you don't feel like you're going to miss out if you miss the live stream side of it. But I just hope you have a wonderful Saturday. It's the weekend now, so hopefully we're able to have some fun. If we've got the time to be productive and there's things we want to get done, it's always rewarding to take that time and get things done. But like I said the other day, don't forget to make time for yourself. It's always good to have a break in there as well. You can't just be all work. So you've earned a little bit of free time as well, so I hope you can enjoy that. But I've been Tom Shima. It's been so great spending the afternoon with you today. I hope I can see you again sometime soon. And I guess until I do, I hope you take care. Have a good one, and goodbye.